We can do fun
We're at
facts.
Max's 26th birthday, Max.
Next what they tell me.
26. Oh gosh. You're getting old, bud. Look at that gray hair.
And then,
Okay, you ready?
Ready?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh,
That's
27. That's next year.
Let's not push it.
Happy birthday.
how dare you? She loves being videotaped.
I do.
I know.
Remember, we can splice them together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like more than he was 20
Okay.
years ago.
That's like an entire degree's worth of years.
But like, he's closer
lot
to
of
30
years.
now than he was
The
to
camera's on
20.
you.
What was that, Audrey?
What?
What'd you say?
I love Max.
We do.
Is he your favorite brother, Audrey?
On his birthday.
What's your favorite thing about your brother when he was a little boy?
Remember,
This is for posterity's
When he
sake.
locked me in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you let me out and Skylar locked me in. Actually, I think that's what happened. I think Skylar locked me in and Max got me out when he came home. 'Cause
That's right. How long
Max
were
was supposed to be babysitting us, but he drove off.
you in the
I'm
bathroom?
hearing
the
some
time-
stories like that, Max, lately.
Also, the time when you were
Some
babysitting us
babysitting
and there's
stories.
like one of the trial tornado alarm things going on, you're like, oh guys, you have to go down the basement, and then you watch The Simpsons upstairs. That was,
I don't remember that. That's actually
you
pretty
remember
funny.
that? You like put stuff.
You tell-
he
you-
put like
you
play
tell me
helmets.
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Skylar put play helmets on our heads and stuff, so stuff wouldn't fall on us.
You did what?
We had like those play helmets, you know.
Hard hats.
Yeah.
So you guys would be safe, huh?
So how long were you locked in the bathroom?
I don't know. However.
A million years.
It was a
Yeah.
couple of
million years
hours,
kids.
wasn't it?
I don't think a couple hours.
Probably
But
Probably
like.
felt like it.
Didn't they have to take the door off of the?
Yeah,
off
I
of-
had-
No,
'Cause the lock
he locked it with
When
the
was
chair.
that? Who did that? Who locked? Was that you that got locked in the bathroom? That
Yeah.
time?
Somebody got
the,
locked.
The door handle broke.
Oh, the door handle
Oh.
broke on the inside.
So I took the door off the hinges so I
that's-
could get out.
Oh, okay.
Didn't we give you tools under the?
Yeah, you slid me some
Slide
stuff so I
some
could.
tools under the door so we could take the door off.
I
It's like,
forget about
Max, you've
that.
been in there a really long
Why
time.
didn't you just hand them the tools to take the knob off?
I don't know. Maybe I took the
Yeah.
knob off from the
Does that
inside.
make
No,
more
the
sense than
the
take-
knob fell off.
couldn't
or
get it back
something.
on?
No, it was
Yeah, I
like
think
the
it was
locking
screws.
mechanism. If something sheared or broke, so the handle wasn't actuating the door. So I would turn it, but nothing would happen. So I couldn't get it open.
And we couldn't open it from the.
Because it
or
was-
you were. Oh,
it
you were
was
home
locked.
alone.
Yeah, I was home alone. That's right.
That's
what it was.
right. And
So I was home. I was in the
tried to
bathroom for
call
like
you or
3
something.
hours. I didn't have
Yeah.
a phone or anything.
Yeah.
And I was really tempted to just kick the door open, like just break it down. I was like, I don't want to explain it to that and then have to pay for it.
That would have been difficult because that's going out too.
Well, I know. I mean,
Then you get
the
in,
doors are
doesn't
so
it?
thin that
Yeah.
I would have literally had to like. But I was barefoot too, so I was just around the house. Yeah, so I just sat in the bathroom for 3
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, I remember. And there was something else going on, and we tried to.
That
We were
was
trying to
January.
contact you
I
to
did. I
figure
had
out
nothing.
where
I had
you
like
were.
a home
Okay.
improvement magazine or whatever. Good housekeeping, probably.
You read cover to cover.
I'm sure.
Memorized it.
A home decorating magazine, probably.
Okay. So, Skylar, what do you think about? What can you think of something that happened other than being locked in the bathroom?
Oh, one of my
Locking
favorites
somebody?
is so this one time Max was like, "Hey Skylar, let's make a video." I was like, "Okay, Max, whatever you say." So he's like, "Okay, here's your Godzilla. Here's Audrey's Barbies. You're gonna make a video of like Godzilla eating the Barbies." And I'm like, "Okay, Max, sure, whatever. That sounds like a great idea."
Volume.
Sorry, I get excited.
Have you noticed,
How old?
have you noticed how quiet he is until the
How-
camera rolls?
How
It
old?
projects.
How old were you, Sky?
Oh, I was probably 4.
4?
No, I must have been. I must have been
older
like
than that, like
6 or 7.
14.
Not quite. But so we were making this video and Max told me each thing to do. He's like, okay, so now he's like, now say this. And I was like, okay, Godzilla is saying this. And then like there was the video, and then like Audrey saw it, and she was so upset. She's like, "No, you can't eat my Barbies." And Mom got really mad at me, and Max is like, "Skylar made this video." Mom's like, "Skylar, that was not nice. You did, I don't even know, you apologize, whatever it was." I'm like, I was just following orders.
Well, all her
know any
Barbies
better.
were missing their heads. Like they.
No, that was complete. That was a different.
That was different.
Okay.
That was
Skylar
different.
took off my Ken heads. He didn't take any off the Barbie heads off.
And later on, she wanted me to take them off.
Yeah,
so.
I was like, these are dumb. These are little girl toys. Take
Skylar
the heads
hated
off.
Ken from the beginning. You did. I remember that.
He was blonde.
Yeah.
I think I need to say the time that I made you sleep under the desk in our old house.
No, it was like in the closet.
No, it was under. There was like a desk.
Oh, it's a built-in desk. Oh, it had like cabinet.
Yes, they had the doors, and then there was like
underneath.
the drop in the middle.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I made you sleep in that, and then I hung a blanket over it to keep it dark for you, and then you just curled up and fell asleep in there. I don't remember
Not
why
scared
I
of the
wanted
dark
you to
yet.
do that.
I don't know.
But you did it.
Skylar would pretty much do anything you told him to do.
I remember when you made the videos with your Japanese thing, and like, because you had your sword.
Oh, can
Japanese.
you?
Oh, and like the time you like told me to stick my head in the toilet because it was clean, like totally clean, it's completely sanitary.
I don't think that happened.
Yes, it did.
I think you just
No,
stuck your head in
no,
the
you
toilet and then you
definitely
came up with the reason for
Told
it
me to
later.
stick my head in the toilet, and then said,
What are you
"Hey
doing?
Mom, Skylar
What are you doing?
stuck
Max
his head
told
in
me
the
to.
toilet."
Yeah.
So Audrey, it must have been quite an experience growing up with two big brothers, huh? They really gave you a bad time.
She's so committed to that.
Remember that video we made that time of Audrey when she was like 2 or 3, and we were talking about
It was
Dad.
in front of the fireplace.
Yeah, in front of the fireplace. You guys each. I've got to find out somewhere.
It was. In
We
the
said something about Dad, and she says, "I don't really like Dad."
It was okay. No, you need to know the back. If you're telling that story, you have to know the backstory. I was talking about how many kids I wanted. I wanted like 16 kids,
Oh
but like I hadn't thought about having a dad. And so they're like,
Husbands or
well,
anything.
you look like, what about your husband and stuff? It's like, I don't need one. They're like, well, what about Dad? Don't you like Dad? It's like, well, I can't say yes because then I will be forfeiting to the fact that I need somebody to have kids. And so I was like, no, I don't like Dad. And that is why I said that. I actually,
She was like,
My
That
dad
makes
is
a lot of sense. There's like so much Audrey logic in that.
"Here's my
You,
kid."
you
Has, like-
understand as soon as you place categories with her, how her brain works.
Yeah. To understand Audrey, you must place categories with her.
I thought you were going to say, when you started talking about the video, I thought you were going to talk about the one where we're doing the Playmobil stop action. Do you remember those?
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the whole
remember,
table
I remember
up.
that too. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
I
I,
wish-
guess my
Are you
favorite
gonna eat that
memories.
cake, or-
I don't know. It's just kind of sitting
Oh
here.
yeah, let's.
My favorite memories when we were young was when we just play like make believe and like
How it
you had
always
like grass
trumped
powers
you.
and I'd have like fire powers.
And no matter what you did, I'd always figure out a way to say, nope, I win. You'd be like, no, but I'm going to do this. I'm like, no, but I would do this, and the trumps that, and I win.
No, but I mean like the times
Yeah.
like where we'd be like playing on like the same team. Like the stuff where you would just win, that was just dumb.
Yeah.
Take the candles.
But like when we'd be
Yeah.
playing on the same team and like you make up like this backstory about like, and like we'd be in like this normal timeline, but then like future you would come along and like tell me about how I was gonna turn evil and like betray you, and I thought that was just like the coolest thing ever. And so that's basically why I like want to write fantasy now. So
You can
thanks
you
for
can credit
that.
you can credit me in your acknowledgement.
It works.
Almost all that was based off of Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
No, cut it,
grass.
don't
No,
cut it
start in the middle.
in the center, like
Oh,
like a pizza,
Why
There
don't
you
you
go.
do
but
it
not
for
like
him?
a pizza.
Do you want Audrey to do it?
I'll let you do it, Audrey, because you sound. I was just gonna
Like a
start.
pizza, but not like a pizza.
Have you seen that? Well, there's this the mathematically perfect method where you cut the slice in the middle, and then you push the cake together, and then cut. That way, each slice is the same thickness with the same amount of frosting
Yeah, but
per
no one
square
really
inch.
does
Yeah, that's called the anal retentive.
Yeah, that's true.
How big of a
It'll go down in the annals of history.
how big a piece do people want?
Have you guys heard the Annals of History story?
No. Please share.
Okay.
We know you want.
So,
Okay.
Deacon Zach went back to school to finish his degree in history.
Oh my gosh! No! Shut up! You don't get to tell that
Oh,
story.
it's funny, Audrey.
Yes, I do.
No, I know.
So for his final project,
Audrey, put your plate down and your fingers
yeah,
up.
just
he was making this big infographic.
Well, that would be nice, actually.
Better than
I'll
that
give you
than
this
washing the
part.
Use a
floor.
fork or something. You're so concerned about it.
Skylar has the floor.
Okay, so
The Ada story.
Deacon Zach's making this infographic for his history final, and he wants some people to do voiceovers, reading stuff from these textbooks.
Don't
I'm
talk
taking
about
out
this.
this
It's Max's birthday. It has nothing to do with him. Let's just leave it
No,
this out of
we
it.
have
Pass
to talk
it this
about
way
it.
so I can
It's
put ice cream on it.
It's for
It's-
posterity.
It's family sharing
Annie,
time.
Can you hand me the cake and I'll put some
Um,
ice cream on it?
Sure.
So we go in, we're doing some stuff. I get to be Hitler, and yeah,
I
You get to be Hitler.
that was fun.
I can see that coming.
But Audrey's reading her stuff, and she comes out and she says,
The
wait, how do you
layers are not-
pronounce? Wait, what did you say? It was how do you pronounce this word? And it's annals. I said anals 3 times.
I just could not figure it out once I got in the booth, and when I was outside I could say it, but once I got into the sound booth it just could not come out, and it was terrible and horrible, and I was whispering and I don't know what to do, and it was terrible, and I cringed over it.
Well, it's
So-
the one time for the St. Peter's or for the youth group or whatever.
So that's something that went down in the annals of history.
Yeah. One of when we went to that little retreat thing that St. Peter's used to do. I don't know if they still do it, but I did one of the readings, and we were reading a letter to the Gentiles.
Oh no!
But I did not say the Gentiles.
Oh no!
What did you say?
Genitals. I was like, and as we go to the genitals, and yeah. I was it's 18.
They're impressed that you know the word.
So
Oh, golly.
I didn't read at mass for a long time after that.
You said it during mass?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Extra special.
Okay, might want a little bit more on that. Here, listen.
My cutting slice for everybody.
What was the thing that
Yep.
Audrey said the other day that was so funny?
Thank you.
I'm not going outside.
I don't know if I can buy it.
yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna be as funny with outside of the moment.
What was the context? What were we saying?
We were talking about the guy.
who cut his arm.
Oh,
off.
Yeah, the 127 hours guy or whatever.
You know the guy that they did a movie about it, but it's a
Yeah.
true story.
He was trapped.
He was trapped. His arm was under a big, huge boulder. He was hiking or mountain climbing, rock climbing or something, and so we were talking about the movie and what happened and all that, and Audrey's just sitting there quiet.
Well, because we were talking about my dad's like, how do you get through the bone? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, after he finished cutting through the skin with his pocket knife, he just twisted his body until the bone snapped.
Yeah.
Now he says that's why I don't go outdoors. Just deadpan, totally serious.
See, that's why I don't go outdoors.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't go outside. And it's so true. I'm just doesn't go outside.
Okay, why aren't you getting that? Why do you go towards the bottom? Then that just keeps that.
I know I will. I'll get to that.
No.
In just a minute. It's okay, Audrey.
That's why she doesn't go outdoors.
Are they all
That's
anal retentive? All 3 of them?
Just a little, yeah. They all have their areas.
Well, it's,
Well,
we're
we
our
all
dad's
do.
children, so.
Audrey's anal retentive area is the word anal.
Sky?
There you go.
Oh gosh.
Did you have a lid
Did
for
you
this?
get? Oh, Max, you didn't get a piece.
It's that.
I had
no,
one
I
at one
just wrapped it
point.
in plastic wrap.
Oh,
You just
I
did
think it made
fresh?
its way around,
okay.
which is totally fine.
Well, here.
Also, how many
Is that
people are
good,
you
Russ?
serving dairy ice cream to?
Russ,
Well, everybody, I think.
is that
except
good?
You and
Yeah.
me.
Okay, but how are you counting and keeping
Well,
track?
everybody's got a piece, I think.
What about Dad?